look around at things happening in the world, the way that evil seems to be winning, let's put it that way, in various big profile crises across the world and certain areas of conflict, it looks like the bad guys are winning. It looks like evil, the evil spirit behind those bad guys is winning. And from a Christian perspective, that's the devil, that's the Satan, the ultimate deceiver, the spirit of deception and evil, deceiving you into doing what is bad, believing that it is good. And I think that affects quite a few people in power across the world, and you can see it in action. But without going into too much detail, just taking that as the broad picture, does that mean that we're going to end up in hell? Well, if we do, if an individual ends up in hell because of the evil he has committed, if a whole group of people are led astray by these leaders who have in turn been led astray by the Satan, are they going to be led into hell? Well, I think that they are. I think that that hell is a very real place. It's talked about in the Bible as being somewhere where you end up if you reject God. You see, let me put it this way. You end up there if you reject God means God didn't actually put you there. God isn't going to send people to hell in that sense. In the sense, rather, that it's their choice. It's your choice. It's people's individual choice, the decisions that they make. God has set a way for us not only to know the way to live, he teaches in quite some detail in the Bible, but also he's given a way to be forgiven and to be set right again at every stage throughout your life. Whatever wrong you've done, you could be set right again. And he did this by sending Jesus Christ. And what Jesus Christ did in dying on the cross as a punishment, it was a punishment that he died, and yet he'd done nothing wrong. He took the place of people who had done things wrong and deserved punishment. He took their place. He died for us to set us free so that we don't have to go to hell. We can come to him and be forgiven and set right, and then learn to live right again, to be set free from that track down to hell. And that's because, you see, God never intended hell to be there for us, for humans. Hell, with its eternal fire that consumes up all that is evil, was never intended for that. I just called up the verse on my phone earlier before talking, and in Matthew's Gospel it says, it's Matthew 25 verse 41, "Then he will say to those on his left, 'Depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels.'" So those who reject God, yes, will be eaten up in the eternal fire. They will go to hell. But it's not intended for that. It never was intended for us to follow the devil and his angels into hell, but rather to follow Jesus, the Son of God, through death into the life to come, which is a life of glory with God. He intended us to go to heaven.